What's going on? Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, doing an 8-4 Innistrad block draft. Fairly obvious pick here in Lingering Souls. Hoping to wheel, I guess, Niblis in the Mist. We're a little bit splashed in black already after this Lingering Souls, so I don't know. I'd probably settle for a Black Cat or Torture, Harrowing Journey if possible, but let's take an awesome card. So we're off to a great start. Now, what to follow up the Lingering Souls with? This is, this is actually, this guy's good, right? Exile a creature card from your graveyard, make a zombie, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each zombie. So it looks like the Runebinder is probably the best card. But we have Lingering Souls, which is neither of the colors that Runebinder is. So, kind of feeling picking either the Burden of Guilt or the Death's Caress, and the question is, which one do I like more? Since the flashback on this is black, it's pretty easy to just splash for the flashback. So I think, well, if that's true, then I might even want to take the Runebinder here, who's just a powerful card. But for consistency, no, I think he's actually the strongest card. I'm gonna take the Runebinder. This guy's ability is just super strong. I don't feel like missing out on that. So one of these colors we could just splash for and go into blue, which I mean I do it a lot, but I think blue's awesome. That's probably why. Wake Dancer's an awesome card, and Tragic Slip's an awesome card. This Evolving Wilds already looks like it's going to be pretty important for our deck. But unfortunately, we have time to fix. So for now, I think we have to take the Tragic Slip, get a nice piece of removal. So I will proceed to do that. Oh, okay. Sweet. Well, a little bit happy we went into blue because we're going to get this Niblis of the Breath. Anything else of importance in this pack? Yeah, Sea Kite's good. Cool Tree's fine if we were in green, but I think I'm going to stop myself at these three colors. Let's just take the Nibbles to the Breath and move on. So the plan is, it looks like we're probably splashing the white, but I mean we can get away with just a 3-color in general. Still could possibly splash the black if we don't see any more. So I would like to be blue though, just because I really do believe that this Runebinder is good in a block with a lot of self-mill. I mean, he's a little bit clunky, but yeah, he's very good. Here we're definitely taking the Tower Geist, which is just an awesome blue pick for us especially. There's also Faith Shield, Midnight Guard, and Thought Scour, which are probably all fine for this style of deck too, but Tower Geist is just pretty amazing. So we're definitely blue. We're not sure if we're going to be more white or more black yet. I can tell you that I'd rather be white. I just feel like there's more blue-white. As you well know from watching my drafts, I do it a lot. I really believe that blue-white is a strong color combination. Wow, so we get a 6-pick Death's Caress. Or I can go more into white and pick the All God Inquisitor, but I think we're just going to solidify ourselves in a blue-black, splash white for Lingering Souls, and definitely be content with that. I think that's very good. So Self-Mill or Harrowing Journey, which draws cards or nukes your opponent. How important is Thought Scour in this deck? I mean, it feeds the Runebinder. It'll feed Makeshift Maulers and Stitch Drakes and stuff, but I think actually the Harrowing Journey is a stronger effect. Kind of like drawing cards. Or killing my opponent. Definitely picking the Diagraph Captain here. We're already in blue-black. It's a Lord effect for our Runebinder, works really well with that. Could take another Harrowing Journey, but I think we're definitely taking the Black Cat. It works with the Runebinder, and it works with our Diregraph Captain. So, kind of playing like a zombie deck at this point, blue-black zombies. But we have the Runebinder, which is a good one to have. So, what am I hoping to pick up? More zombies, I suppose, but for now, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. We have really strong removal. We've got Lingering Souls, obviously, just amazing. And we have Runebinder, which is actually a good card, even though it's a 4-mana 2/2. Its ability is pretty relevant. Not a ton for us to pick here, so I think we're just going to go with the Ray of Revelation for sideboard. So just hide that. What are we hoping to pick up out of our Innistrad packs? Could take the Griptide here, but Headless Scab is actually a zombie. I guess it doesn't quite interact as well as you would like it to with the Runebinder, since this wants you to have a lot of creatures in your graveyard. But it is a zombie. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Headless Scab. Try and just pick up some more zombies. Gavony Ironwright I don't think is supposed to go this late. It's pretty good, so I'll take it over the Trick, I think. And I mean, we are splashing white, but I don't know how wise it is to splash for a Gavony Ironwright. Definitely taking the Executioner's Hood for sideboarding. And we'll take the Artful Dodge, which is on color. Okay. So, more early drops, which is definitely a challenge in blue-black. I just wrote an article you can read on the website where I made some charts with the converted mana costs of creatures from this set, and tricks from this set too. And blue and black just don't have a lot of stuff going on early that's not an uncommon or something like that. Okay, well, we opened Cage Breakers, which is extremely powerful, but we're already planning to do 3 colors, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make that work. I'm pretty sure since we're already splashing white, we're just going to pick up the Slayer, which is an awesome card. I'm going to pick it up over the Mauler. Although zombie, Slayer is just so strong. It's great against us too, so there's really no reason, there's no argument against the Slayer here, I don't think. Priest would be fine too, but I think Slayer is just stronger. I don't like passing Kessig Cage Breakers, but I just don't realistically see myself being able to play it, so we'll take the Slayer. Plus we have the Death's Crest to kill it, so alright, well, we were past the Curse of Death's Hold, so fairly obvious we're going with that, which is actually a little bit, I'm not going to say unfortunate, because Curse of Death's Hold is amazing, but it's just unfortunate that we have to pass a Diregraph Ghoul and a Claustrophobia, and even Deranged Assistant would be awesome for this deck, Blazing Torch would be fine, Interloper, so there's actually a ton of, I mean, it's got Brimstone Volley and Galvanic Juggernaut, like, everything in here is playable, but we're taking the awesome Curse of Death's Hold. Okay, so got some more good choices here. Forbidden Alchemy, which feeds the Runebinder, but pretty sure we're just going with the Victim of Night. We're going to get the good removal and hope to pick up some Stitch Drakes maybe along the way later. I mean, we already have the Headless Scab, and the Runebinder rewards us for having a lot of creatures in our graveyard, so that might be an argument for the Forbidden Alchemy, especially since, you know, we're playing blue-black so we can flash it back too, but I don't want to pick the Alchemy here over the Victim of Night. This could possibly work better for our deck, but I have a feeling we're not going to have too hard of a time getting creatures in our graveyard. Could be wrong, but Victim of Night's awesome, so happy to take that. Alright, well, interesting. A lot more playables for us here. I believe our pick is the Evil Twin, just because I like that card a lot. I think it's really strong. But I would have been really happy with the Occultist or the Diregraph Ghoul. Diregraph Ghoul, I just love this card. But we're gonna go with the Evil Twin, which is just more versatile. More, I mean, we're on color with it. There's more stuff we can do with it. Ghoulraiser is definitely a zombie. And we have a couple already, including the Lord, so I suppose I should pick Ghoulraiser. I guess I had my eye on Doom Traveler just because I love that card so much, but I'm pretty sure we're still just splashing white, and I don't even think we're going to splash for this Scavenging Iron, right? So let's just get a Ghoul Razor. Okay, could pick the Walking Corpse, which is a zombie, but we're going to pick the Occultist, which I think, you know, works better with the Runebinder. Plus, I think Occultist just in general is an all-around better card. I mean, obviously Walking Corpse and Ghoul Razor, Digraph Captain, and Runebinder have some synergies, but I like Occultist that much more, where I'm going to pick it over the Tribal card that works with us. But I'm pretty sure Armored Scav is exactly what our deck's looking for, since it works very well with our Runebinder and Digraph Captain and such. So Altar's Reap would have probably been fine for this deck too. Kind of cool with Black Cat, but Stitcher's Apprentice fine as well. Good with Occultist. We're gonna pick the Scab. All right. Well, we got a Forbidden Alchemy, so that's actually really awesome. Definitely picking that up. Getting pretty 3 heavy here, but I think we're still fine. Possible splash, since we're already splashing the white, sideboard into the Spare from Evil if we need to get past some spider spawning tokens or something. Alright, well, we got a super late Deranged Assistant, which is really good. Really powerful. Surprised we got that. How many flashback spells do we have? I mean, we're not in red, but I'm just trying to see here. Just 1, 2. Alright. Take the Stitcher's Apprentice. I think we're just taking the Manor Skeleton. I don't like it, but just in case we're short on playables, definitely taking a Lost in the Mist. I think that card's actually really good and underappreciated. I probably won't main deck it, but it's fine to sideboard. And we're still looking really good. I mean, we have a good balance of removal and good cards like Evil Twin and Runebinder, and obviously still the Lingering Souls. Our white splashes are completely legitimate in my mind. Lingering Souls and Slayer of the Wicked are 2 very, very powerful cards. This one's probably got to be one of the best you can even get out of Dark Ascension. You know, rares included. This card is just so strong. And then Slayer, I think that was just considered at least, it was probably right below Brimstone Volley in terms of power level on commons and uncommons. Okay, well, we opened Fiend Hunter, but since we're just splashing white, I don't think it's super likely that we'd be able to get to the double white. And it turns out there's some pretty decent picks in here for us anyway. I guess not nearly as good as the Fiend Hunter, but do I want to devote myself to that hard of a splash? It's kind of a tough question. What am I really missing out on? I guess I'm missing out on a Screeching Bat, which is good. I mean, I like Screeching Bat. This could really wreck our mana base. I'd like to just be able to do like 2 planes if no fixing, and like 1 planes if I am fixing. I guess 2 since I have the Deranged Assistant. Fiend Hunter, I really feel like that card's gonna be hard to play, but it's so much stronger than the second best pick, which I think is the Screeching Bat. I mean, you could argue the Ghoul Razor, but I don't know. I'm never really that impressed with Ghoul Razor, and Screeching Bat can actually, you know, evade and kill our opponent. I think I've got to play it safe and play the Screeching Bat. I don't want to do a double white splash. Alright, well, we're going to pick up a second Slayer here. Fairly obvious. Just solid white removal spell. Well, we are blue, but we are not red, so I'm not going to pick up the Sulphur Falls. We're pretty easily picking up the Silent Departure, which is just really awesome removal card, or at least time buying card. I guess not the best in a deck like this that looks like it's slow to start, but if they're off to a quick start, this can be amazing. So so the choices here are another Forbidden, but we're a little bit heavy in the 3-drop. How many humans do I have for this Cleaver? If I have more than like 4, it might be worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, Runebinder's 1, 2. You know, I actually am going to take the Cleaver there. This card can just turn games around, and on a flyer, even though it won't give you lifelink, it's really strong. That card's really good. pretty easily picking the Traveler's Amulet here. Don't need the Scab Goliath because of the Runebinder, and we already have a lot of late game stuff to do. And Traveler's Amulet's definitely a card that we're going to need. Interesting. Get the white removal spell, which actually looks good in this deck because we don't do anything quickly. I might pick that. Feeling of Dread usually works better when you can tempo your opponent out, but I'm not actually sure we can do that. So our splash is getting a little bit deeper than I would like, but I still think this Rebuke is the pick over the Flail, which is good, but don't think it's good for this deck. And I don't think I want another 4-drop, so I think I am going to pick the Rebuke. So we have a ton of playables now, which is always a good spot to be in. I think we're just going to hide this real quick. Pick up the Blazing Torch here. We have, what, 3 2-drop creatures, and then a ton of 3-drop creatures. So yeah, this also stops random, like, Reckless Waifs and, I don't know, whatever other creatures I want to stop on turn 1. That from flipping. Wolf-Bitten Captive, I guess. Take the Ghost Quarter for sideboard. How likely is it that I'm playing this Moon Heron? It's not super likely, I guess. I guess it's not super likely I'm playing this Harrowing Journey now either. It's probably not even necessary. Do I want a good sideboard card? Possibly the Ghost Quarter to take out random Kessig Wolf runs and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be playing the Moon Heron, but I might play it over a Headless Scab. I think I'm going to take the Ghost Quarter for sideboard, just in case there's a land that's wrecking me. So now the sideboard option that we take is the Curse for Spider Spawning, the Stake for Vampires, Spectral Flight for decks that don't have a lot of instant speed removal. I think I didn't see any Spider Spawnings, so I guess I'll stop random Vamps. Well, now I kind of wish I'd taken the Spider Spawning tech, but that's okay. We'll take the Altar's Reap, which is another sideboard option that we have. And we're already splashing white, so I guess Purify the Grave, another sideboard. So, once again, just a ton of playables, a very good amount of removal, very powerful card pool. But we are 3-color, so I have to be keeping that in mind at all times, and really just want to play my best cards. I really don't have to play a ton of... I don't even probably have to play Ghoul Raiser. I don't really like this card anyway, and we have better cards, even though it is a zombie, so it works with our captain and such. The Runebinder is going to be, you know, just create an army on its own, which is always nice. We'll take the Knot of the Bone away from our opponents. So we're at 27 here. Yeah, we got a playable card. It's kind of cool. What am I cutting? You know, I pretty hastily picked the Butcher's Cleaver. I'm going to take Parasaline for sure. It's a good sideboard card. I guess I pretty hastily took the Butcher's Cleaver, expecting to get one more human, probably, but I mean, I definitely can make this deck work. It's just a matter of what I want to do with it. So I'll be with you shortly and see what I can do with this. Okay, so I've quickly assembled this deck. Some possible swaps I should be doing. I guess I already have a ton of removal, so the Rebuke doesn't really seem necessary. I might just want to do another creature and another relevant creature because it's a zombie. I think I'm going to swap that out. We're going to splash 2 planes, and we've got the Traveler's Amulet, so pretty well fixed for white, I would say. That's fairly safe. What else can I tell you about this deck? I cut the Ghoul Raiser, I cut the Harrowing Journey, just cut the Rebuke, as you saw. I'm running 16 lands because I've got the Traveler's Amulet, which, you know, pretty much counts as a land because you only need to see one other land with it to, like, basically turn it into a land. I don't know. I think it makes sense. We don't have anything more than 5 mana anyway, so I don't think that's a huge concern. This deck looks really strong. We have a lot of good removal. The Blazing Torch might be a little weird because we only have like 3 2-drop creatures, but we have plenty of stuff going on turn 3. I still think the Butcher's Cleaver maybe looks a little bit weird, but I would have to swap it with like Lost in the Mist, or a Ghoul Razor, or a Harrowing Journey, none of which look super appealing. And I don't know, all of these humans with a Butcher's Cleaver would really just put a game away, a Cultist too, so... Or, I mean, any of our flyers equipped with the Butcher's Cleaver is still very strong. So I think Cleaver's actually fine in this deck. Yeah, this deck looks really fun. I hope it does well. I'll see you round 1. Wish me luck.